So here I am, 5-minute mum, with an audiobook full of tips and ideas for those tricky toddler to preschool years, alongside a healthy dose of reality. Each idea takes no more than 5 minutes to set up, because then I know that if it doesn't work and gets the old toddler 2 fingers or induces a mighty tantrum, it doesn't matter. It will only take me 5 minutes to put it all away again. My rage is kept at bay. But if it does work, my little one might play for 5 minutes or more. They might learn something new. I might get to drink my brew in one fell swoop. Or we will laugh together and I will feel fan-freaking-tastic about myself as a parent. #winning. These games are easy. They use stuff you will probably already have at home. And if you don't, I always give alternatives. Some are designed to be played together, so you feel you have easily joined in on the fun. Some are designed to entertain your wee person independently for 5 minutes, so you can nip out to the loo in peace, the dream. When I started my blog off the back of the 2018 Aussie flu balloon fiasco, I never thought it would get to where it is today. I am so incredibly thrilled it has. I'm always delighted to hear from other people who just want to know that they are doing okay at this parenting malarkey, even if they feel like they never have time to cover all bases. I feel the same. So I pulled together these games for you. On the days when you think you are failing at every turn, you can listen to this audiobook of quick and easy ideas, choose one, and perhaps turn a bad day into a good one. Because as we all know with little kids, your day can turn on a sixpence, and sometimes 5 minutes is all you need. Language, please. Those of you who are avid readers of my blog might notice that the language in this audiobook is a little toned down, shall we say. That isn't because I don't still whisper the old F's and Jeffs to myself out of kid earshot on a daily basis, because I do. Quite frankly, parenting brings out the Billy Connolly in the best of us. However, unlike my blog, this audiobook is designed to be listened to where little ears might also be hearing it. And as keen as I am to help your wee folk learn how to sound out words, I really don't want them to turn to you and say, "That lady just said a word with the sh sound in it. What was it?" So the language has been knocked down a peg or two. And instead I popped in the kind of alternatives we holler when we stub our toe, begin screaming, "Oh my!" then spot our 2-year-old staring at us and finish with, "Falula Gord!" Oh, and WTAF obviously stands for what the actual fudgeballs. Imagine me winking right now. Why I won't be doing games for 0 to 12 months. Here is a post I wrote in July 2018, 3 months after I started blogging. Bit of an unusual post for me, this one. But I've been thinking about it all week and thought, do you know what? I just need to fess up. A couple of weeks ago, I was asked by a few lovely followers, after my last post on activities and games for babies 1 to 2 years old, if I could post some ideas and games for even smaller ones of 0 to 12 months. So I did a poll asking others if they felt the same, and there was an overwhelming response of yes please to do this request. And so I thought about it. I drafted a few basic but not particularly clever or insightful ideas, bashing my brain to try and remember back to Ewan and Flo being that little. What did I do then? How did I entertain them? Usually ideas just pop into my head. I think this would be good and oh, we did this, etc., etc. But not this time. My mind was blank. So I had to ask myself why this was. And now I know the answer. I didn't do much of anything when they were babies that little. And if I'm perfectly brutally honest, I found it more difficult than I ever imagined. Especially with Ewan, my firstborn. I just survived, day to day in a tired, cake-shoveling, weeping, foggy haze. I had no creativity in 2014. It was all blunted by this sleep-resistant baby and an overwhelming urge to ask, why am I getting it all wrong? Aren't I trained to work with children? Don't I love babies and kids? Isn't this what I've always longed for, to be a mum? I battled through the first year with Ewan, and although Florence's first year was much easier, I also had a potty-training busy toddler to contend with, so activities were focused on him to allow me to feed, change and cuddle my newborn. The play was limited to singing nursery rhymes, reading stories, playing with stacking cups, and the daily struggle of just trying to keep everyone, including myself, clean and fed. This was when I started reading the wonderful Sarah Turner's Unmumsy Mum blog, and stopped beating myself up and tried to remember I was just doing my best, and that's all any of us can do. It wasn't until Ewan turned 3 and Florence turned 1 that I felt a little spark of my old self start to creep back in. Fun games and activities started to bounce into my brain. Let's try this, I thought, or what would happen if we did this? Slowly, the stuff I'd been trained for and adored as a teaching assistant began to come into its own. I started writing ideas down for games and playing them with the kids at every opportunity. Flo napped in a routine, so I had time to set things up, then watch and see what happened. The games began.